One of the reasons for the tremendous growth of gymnastics in the U.S. was the success of the 1984 men's Olympic gymnastic team. Now, looking ahead to 1988, the U.S. team has a very significant and tough challenge trying to defend its gold medal against two very strong international teams. The team from the People's Republic of China, who will be led by Li Ning, three-time gold medal winner in 1984, and the team from the Soviet Union, who will be led by Yuri Korleov, two-times world all-around champion, and a newcomer to the international scene, Valery Liukin. Liukin, the 1987 European all-around champion, brings with him an aggressive style that will add to the Soviets' depth in the team event and challenge his teammates in the individual rounds. Teammates like Yuri Korleov, the first gymnast in history to win 2 world all-around titles. While the Soviets try to build on a strong tradition in gymnastics, Canada's Curtis Hebert will be trying to win his country's first Olympic medal in the sport. The main competition to the Soviets will come from the People's Republic of China, who are led by Li Ning, one of the world's top all-around performers. When the Chinese returned to the Summer Games in 1984 after a 32-year absence, gymnastics was their best event. Here in Beijing, the team now prepares to build on that performance. Li Ning won 3 gold medals, 2 silver and a bronze at the Los Angeles Games, more than any other individual in 1984. Since that time, he has maintained a level of excellence in his sport and has developed into nothing less than a national hero. Throughout the course of his career, Lo Yun has often performed in the shadow cast by Li Ning. But by winning the recent Chinese national all-around title, Lo has become Li's biggest rival on the team. But as the Chinese coaches realize, both gymnasts play an intricate role to the success of the team.
Both of them are our country's best athletes, but their styles are different. Each has his own characteristics. Comparatively speaking, Li Ning is a better all-around athlete and is good at all the events. Lu Yun's abilities are not as broad as Li Ning's, but he's better at the floor event and vaulting. As Olympic athletes, they each have different paths for getting a gold medal. Still, both of them train unselfishly, thinking of the team first, and then the individual programs. In order to beat the Soviets, Lo Yun will have to work to be consistent on all routines to increase the team's score. His plans for the individual events have already been considered.
As for me, I know my own abilities, and I think I can't wish so high, because for the all-around event, I'm rather weak. My present goal is to win the gold medal for the floor exercise and vaulting, which are my strengths.
Lo Yun is better in events like the vault that emphasize his legs more than his arms.
In order to strengthen my legs, I exercise them since childhood. For instance, running, jumping, and jumping with weights. I exercised a lot, plus my legs are naturally strong, for which I should probably thank my mother.
While Lo's legs have often been his biggest asset, his lapses in concentration have sometimes proved to be his downfall.
For the whole team, our strongest opponent is the Soviets. But for me, my strongest opponent is myself. Because I'm good at these 2 events, if I can overcome myself during the competition, I think I can be successful.
Neither the Chinese nor the Soviets make many mistakes, but if they do, some lesser-known gymnasts will be there to capitalize. One such gymnast is Silvio Kroll of the German Democratic Republic, who finished 4th all-around at the 1987 World Championships. Solid in all events, Kroll's 2 best apparatus are the vault, where he shared the 1987 world title with Lo Yun, and the parallel bars, on which he tied Soviet Valentin Mogilny for the 1985 World Championship.
There was once a time when Silvio thought of himself as an outsider on his national team, not because he wasn't being accepted, but more due to the claim that he was better than the rest of his teammates. Recently, the German Democratic Republic has remodeled its training program after the likes of the Soviets and the Chinese, which has given Kroll reason to believe that his team is ready to challenge for a medal in Seoul.
With those outdated exercises, you will no longer win anything. After all, they are an expression of training. How good or bad it was.
And just like Li Ning, who is a national hero in China, Kroll too is a celebrity in his native homeland. For this world-class athlete, gymnastics is not all work and no play. Whenever time allows, Silvio and his wife work on a floor exercise routine of their own variety. This is one champion who enjoys basking in the bright lights of stardom. At last year's World Championships, Canada's Curtis Hebert won his country's first gymnastics medal ever. It came as no surprise to Curtis, who's always been head over heels about his training.
I'm training about 6 days a week, 4 to 6 hours a day. It depends upon the day. And I love training. Yeah, I like training a lot. Most people say, why do you do train so much? You know, 14 years of training, and how many competitions you've had? 20? You know, but training for me is the best part of gym. You know, I like going in the gym every day. I enjoy just doing gym, period. It doesn't matter if I'm competing or not. Most of my concentration for 88 Olympics is to get everything up a little bit higher in level. You know, maybe not my high bar, maybe not my vault, but my weaker events like pommel horse and rings, you know, get it up to a 9.6. You know, if I get those events up to a 9.6, that brings me up to a 58. You know, overall wise, that won't put me in a contention of top 10 in the world. But on individual events, the events like high bar and vault, where I can pull off a 9.9 and 9.8, you know, that can make me into finals and give me a chance of winning a medal.
Although he works with several coaches, Curtis credits Masaki Naosaki as his mental coach.
He knows about gymnastics, so he doesn't need too much coaching, but a coach has to be with Curtis, and then we have to make a point. Pommel horse is his weakest event, so if he improves, he can improve his all-around standing place, but we are focusing still high bar and vaulting and floor exercise. These 3 events are his strongest events. So that 3 events, he has a good chance to win the medals at the Olympics.
To medal in Seoul, Curtis knows who he must beat.
The Chinese and Russians, I'm very impressed by them. When I see them in competing and the Chinese competing, it's like they're incredible and everything, but I still feel competitive with them. I look at them and they're gods when it comes to all 6 events, because they may do all the 6 events and score 9.9 on all six of the events. But with individual events, I feel it's very capable for myself and any other Canadian to catch them.
Overall, the men's gymnastics competition offers a variety of personalities. The explosiveness of Lo Yun, the all-around brilliance of his Chinese teammate, Li Ning, the daring Soviet, Valery Liukin, will aggressively attack his routines for supremacy. Curtis Hebert, in search of Canada's first Olympic gymnastics medal. The return of the German Democratic Republic, led by Silvio Kroll. And the technical perfection of Soviet Yuri Korleov. It will make for a most memorable confrontation in Seoul. In Seoul, one of the favorite competitors for the women's all-around title will certainly be Yelena Shushanova of the Soviet Union, silver medalist at last year's World Championships and a member of the proud Soviet tradition that has produced 5 of the 9 women's all-around champions in Olympic history. Yelena's toughest competition will come from the Romanians, led by Aurelia Dobre, the 1987 Women's All-Around World Champion, if she can recover from a recent leg injury. While the European powers figured to dominate most of the medals, China's Chen Kui-ting, also known as the Asian Nadia, is a strong possibility for an upset. One of the top American hopefuls is Sabrina Marr, all-around champion at the Pan American Games. But all eyes remain on the girl they call the next Mary Lou Retton, Christy Phillips. While her talent certainly deserves attention, so does the man who serves as her coach, Bella Caroli.
You are the champion, mommy! You are the new champion! Oh!
You can't talk about important contributions to the sport of women's gymnastics without mentioning the name Bella Caroli. It seems everyone he works with turns to gold. In 1976, he gave us Nadia Comaneci. In 1984, he gave us Mary Lou Retton and Julianne McNamara. Well, he's back in Houston, Texas, training a new group of girls for the '88 Games. And if you believe in track records, you can believe that his girls will be ready for gold this September.
Though Romanian by birth, Bella is American by choice. In 1981, he defected to the West. And looking at him today, it's evident he has taken the Western lifestyle to heart. But Bella's ranch outside Houston, Texas, actually reflects the upbringing he once had as a youngster in Transylvania.
I grew up in farming and ranching area, and my grandparents gave me an opportunity as a young child to enjoy and to feel the farming and ranching life. Then as soon as I got the possibility and I got an opportunity to have a piece of land, I started out to put up a few cows, put up a few horses, then step by step to have a whole bunch of animals, like a little zoo, what I always wanted to have. Going out, no, I forget about everything. The only thing what I'm having, the cows and the horse, and the speed, and the ride. Oh gosh, that's a great sensation. I love it.
But his other great passion is teaching women's gymnastics, at which he has few peers. Young girls of all ages travel from various parts of the United States to train with Bella in Houston. And of the hundreds who seek his tutelage, only a select few will become Olympians. Phoebe Mills, although hampered by injury in 1987, is another of the U.S. hopefuls.
Phoebe is a strong-minded, very, very aggressive little girl. She's a very, very special gymnast, an outstanding athlete in gymnastic field. I believe, she is going straight forward. And right now, even though she had an injury after a nasty little thing, which took a long time, to deal with it, but right now she's back strongly and healthy. And I know this year she's gonna offer spectacular performances for us.
I'm strong on basically all four events. I don't have a really strong point or a really weak point. I'm pretty much an all-around gymnast, and I'm graceful, and I'm strong, but not Mary Lou Retton strong, just strong enough and flexible enough. I can't go out there and predict that, what I'm gonna do. I don't want to think about getting medals. Getting medals isn't everything. It's going out there and doing the best job that you can and sticking to your routines. Whether you get a medal or not, as long as you're pleased with your performance, that's what counts.
Like many of Bella's students, Phoebe Mills has taken up residence hundreds of miles away from home. Many of the girls live together, attend the same schools, and receive outside tutoring as they pursue their Olympic goals. In the Mills family, 4 of the 6 children share that dream which has taken them from their home in Northfield, Illinois. Setting their sights on the 1992 Winter Olympic Games are older brother Nathaniel, a promising speed skater, and younger sister Jessica, an aspiring figure skater. Phoebe's dream is right on track to take her to Seoul this summer.
Our kids have all achieved a certain level of success in their sports. And Seoul or the Olympics is not the end of all this. The whole thing is a process. It's a means to an end of, I think, of becoming, healthy, contributing, well-adjusted adults. And if she gets to Seoul, as she probably will, barring injury, great. If she gets a medal, great, but that's gravy. That's not what it's all about.
When Mary Lou Retton officially retired in 1986, the burden of filling the Olympic champion's shoes immediately fell on young Christy Phillips. Since then, a unique relationship has developed between Bella and the girl he molded into the 1987 U.S. champion.
Bella's got really a good personality. He's a very good coach, and he really knows how to get down on us when we need to be down. But when we do something, he's going to praise us for it if it's good. But if we do something bad, he's going to let us know it's bad.
Powerful. And hit it. Pretty good. Pretty good. She's a strong-minded, hard-working young individual, and her major goal is Olympic Games. That's her major goal. That's always she told me. I want to be one of these days an Olympian, and I would like, to do my best over there. And I know if she's going to do her best, and if we're going to have an opportunity to prepare her right and to put up her on the right shape, she's going to be extremely competitive with anybody in the world.
Christy Phillips and her mom made the move to Houston as well, leaving the remainder of the family in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
At first, it's very hard to leave your parents and your family and your brothers behind. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal leaving my brothers behind because, we're always getting in fights or whatever. But it was very hard, We were so close, and we were always raised as a family, and we were always together. And just being away from them, it was really hard at first. But, I've really learned how to deal with it, and it's a lot better now. My Christianity is number one on my list. That's my number one priority, is to glorify the Lord. My number two is what I'll get out of it. I feel that, He's given me this ability, and that I should really use it to glorify Him, that I couldn't do it without Him.
The Southern California Acro Team, also known as SCATS, is another one of the top gymnastics training centers in the United States. Here, girls train under Don Peters, the 1984 and 1988 U.S. Olympic coach. Of all the girls at SCATS, Peters feels that Sabrina Marr has the best opportunity to make this summer's Olympic team.
Sabrina has some very good qualities as a competitor. In a competition, she can be real tough. And when the pressure gets tough, she can get tough and get tougher. The other thing is that she's enjoyable to watch. She appears to be having a lot of fun at what she's doing when she's performing. And she dances well, yet she's very powerful. She's deceptively powerful. And I think that that's a good combination to have.
Right now, my greatest chance of medal contention is probably in floor, either floor or bars. I'm trying to consistently work all four routines, but with a little bit more emphasis on the floor routine. I want to get a medal in the Olympics. That's my main goal right now. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take more than 100% effort. It's going to take constant training, repetition, quantity, quality, everything. Everything I have from now until September is going to count in my preparation to win a medal in the Olympics.
In a surprise move last February, Christy Phillips left Karolyi's gym to train with Peters at SCATS.
The main reason I left Karolyi's and came to SCATS is because I really needed to change my motivational habits. I was kind of getting, in a depression where I wasn't going anywhere in gym. And since I've come out here, my whole attitude towards life and gymnastics has changed drastically. I really enjoy coming to workouts, and I just love being here, and I really enjoy the surroundings and everything. The main difference between Karolyi's and SCATS is there's always a certain technique you have to go through to learn the trick. At Karolyi's, you learn the trick good, and then you had to do it repetition until it got better. And here, you go through a process of learning the trick the right way so that when you do get the trick, it's already perfected. And you don't have to go through it every day, 20 million a day, You just go through it a few times the right way, and that's enough.
Coming to a new coach, to a different gym, I think sometimes gives you a new lease on life. You just get a new perspective. When you're in a rut, sometimes you got to make a drastic change to get out of it. I feel like she's made a lot of progress already. She has a very good attitude. She trains real hard. Kid really wants to do her best, and she's very sincere about it.
However, with the Summer Games approaching, Christy recently returned to Bella Karolyi's gym, to the coach who brought her to the level of U.S. champion with a tradition of molding Olympic champions. Beijing's Forbidden City stands as a reminder of China's past. Not too far from here, the Chinese gymnastics program is an indication of the future, represented by Chen Kuiting. As all-around champion at the Asian Games in 1986, Chen has previously captured the hearts of Seoul and hopes to duplicate that feat at the Olympics this summer.
Chen has very good elasticity and flexibility. She does have one shortcoming. She is short and has shorter arms. But I don't think it affects her performance or breakthrough in terms of difficulties. And she is doubly motivated and aggressive during training. As her coach, I can therefore easily be in control of her progress. For example, if the coach demands certain technical improvements and goals, she achieves them very conscientiously and with all her might.
As is common with all the world's top gymnasts, Chen has a great deal of respect and admiration for her coach.
Coach takes very good care of us in our daily lives. When we become tired after a training session, he lets us relax. Everybody can relax. He's also very helpful during training, and he's strict with his demands.
16-year-old Chen is the current Chinese national champion and an 11-year veteran.
My parents always loved me very much. I was timid as a small child, so my parents let me practice gymnastics. In the beginning, I felt that it was too hard, so I was depressed about it for a while and I didn't want to do it. But my teachers and parents encouraged me, so I continued. As I continued, I started to love it more and more. So I did keep doing it. My younger brother plays violin. His influence made me love music. After training, I usually listen to music, sing songs, watch TV, or read. These are my hobbies.
Chen feels a responsibility to both herself and the Chinese national team.
To set a standard during training and make my own contribution to the group.
As Cho Du-Ru's star pupil, Chen Quiting has become one of the world's best, but Cho also takes pride knowing that he's molding his girls in the same fashion as his American colleague Bella Caroli.
Bella Caroli is highly capable and very famous. I can learn from him. I should also learn from American and Soviet coaches. Learn their good points to compensate for my shortcomings. We met a few years ago and enjoyed our conversation immensely. Now, we meet again through this television program.
Sharing a common goal, Cho continues to coach Chen Quiting towards Seoul, as does Bella Caroli with Americans Phoebe Mills and a recently returned Christy Phillips. Sabrina Marr trains for the Games with U.S. Olympic coach Don Peters. For all these girls, it'll be a tough order to defeat the likes of Romania's Aurelia Dobre or Soviet Elena Shushinova, all of them seeking to be the next golden girl of gymnastics.